Hi campaigners and fellow TTs and all the constant Canine Companions supporters. I just wanted to thank you and invite you to watch me make food for Obi. I used to be one of these people who used to always buy tins, and I've always found that the tins just don't offer enough. And I realised that a lot of the other Tibetan Terror owners are actually giving a raw food diet, which I'm actually quite okay with, and but I prefer to cook it so that it releases the juices, which I use with kibble, which makes it all sort of like nice for them, so that the juices from the mince seep into the kibble. So, and ever since I've been doing that, I've been doing it for about a month now, and every time I do it he eats everything. Sometimes he's actually refused his favourite treats so that he could get to his mince quicker. So I'm going to make it, and you're going to see what he does when it's being made, which can be quite funny. Not dangerous, because I keep my cooker on here. So what we'll do is we'll get started, and when I'm cooking his raw food I always start with a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit. It helps because I like to fry it first, and sometimes me and Obi have a thing called food share. Now the food share's a little thing that I do probably every month, that I'll eat some of the food that he eats. So basically we're not eating from the same plate, but the way I clean his plate is I probably could if I wanted to, but I don't. I prefer a plate, not a bowl. So I've got some fresh minced beef here from the cooperative, which was on a deal for £3.49, normally £4, which that's a deal, but I could have made it a bit better really. So what I'm going to do is, tonight it's not a food share because I'm going to make my own soup tonight, but what I do is I completely half it, and I always present it to Obi to make sure it's up to his standard. Can you see? Do you like that? Do you like that? Yeah? Shall I cook it? I think that was a big yes. So I'll take that off the heat for a second and get myself a big spoon. Well, little spoon. I don't have big spoons. Now, can any of you do this with your TT? He won't touch it. He might try, but he won't touch it. I think the days of Scotch eggs and brisket are well and truly over. Now a little bit of update on this anti-Santa Claus that we had on Christmas Day and Christmas evening and right into the boxing hours. This guy started at 10 PM on Christmas Day. He was running about banging all the doors and stuff. But what I didn't realise is he was banging on the doors for a reason, to see if anybody was in the room. But he got to a couple of rooms that there was nobody in, so he actually forced the doors open and stole things. Jewellery, food, money. And so what I found out today, I've given a statement. I got this, I gave a statement to the police today, and I got this from them. So I might be going to court, which I made sure that they realise that Obi's an assistance dog, and if I go to court, he has to come with me. What are you up to? Gives a big kiss. Yeah. So so what they've done is they arrested the guy this morning, I think about 10 AM, something like that, and they charged him with breaking and entry, assault, and just being an arsehole basically. And what happened is he's out on bail. He came by the building today to get some stuff from his room, so at least he's got clothes. And I haven't seen him, but I don't know if I want to see him. Do you want to see him, Obi? No, I don't think so. But anyway, let's get on with his food. So I just lightly cook it. Now the best part of this cooking coming up. Oi, get out, you thieving little shit! I thought I could trust you, you monster. Oi, look at this. Look, you even leaving scraps. You are a monster. I didn't realise. See what happens when I talk too much? You really know how to take advantage of a situation, I'll give you that. But the good thing about it is when I cook this meal for him, because it's always hot, so it has to wait a good half an hour, and usually all he does is sit in the bed here and just looks over there, over to the corner where I keep my CDs, and he just looks at it. I think if he had the force he would will it to sort of like come across. Now this is his nice clean bowl. I guarantee any one person could eat out of that. And it's a nice bowl for soup actually, which I'm making for myself tonight. I make myself a nice homemade broth. Completely vegetarian of course. I much prefer a vegetarian diet to a meat diet, but sometimes if I've been caught short or I don't have enough money, I will if I don't have enough money, I will share some of his mince with him, which I might skim off a few parts and add to potatoes with a little bit of gravy. Sometimes I make a dumpling or whatever to go with it, so that it gives it a bit more scope. Do you like this? Look at this. Look at this smell. Look at the smell. Ooh. I do love to tease him. It's because he teases me so much. So this is my favorite. Yeah, all your big kisses. I didn't expect that. I thought he'd been through that phase of the brisket and the Scotch eggs, but it looks like I was sadly wrong. And you don't care, do you? No, you don't. Oops. So what I do is I put a layer of kibble down, a bit of mince on top, a little bit more layer of kibble on top, and this way he has an absolutely beautiful dinner. Now the only drawback to doing all this is I've only got one pot. I use this pot to make my tea as well. There we go. And this is my pot of soup, which I'm going to use. There's a good sized pot there which will last maybe about 2 days, which is good because I'll make my own bread as well. I just need to get a few other ingredients. I keep forgetting to get sugar, but I hate sugar because that's one of the things I'd like to cut out of Obi's diet, is sugar. Now in case people don't know, sugar is one of the main reasons why dogs get cancer. Sugar and cancer thrive together. Cancer needs sugar to survive. You cut out sugar, you actually cut out cancer. It's provable fact. So maybe go and look at it, and maybe if you haven't tried a raw diet before, I think it's probably a good chance that you do. And it does in some senses work out cheaper. With the kibble, you only need a little bit of mince, maybe 150 to 200 grams. It's basically up to you, but I don't know if I've got my measurements right. I don't know if I'm giving him enough because he eats everything. But then the telling thing is he's not so fussed on treats afterwards because he's had such a good meal. So I'll leave it to you. You think, and thank you for all the donations and the Christmas cards and the presents. You've actually made my Christmas. Well, Obi's made my Christmas, but yous have just made it extra special. So thank you, and please keep supporting us. Tell your friends about the Constant Canine Companions, because this new year coming up, we are going to see change in the way dogs, cats, other animals are handled in this country, and I think it's about time we should honour the animal that has stood by us for thousands of years. It's their time now. Okay? So keep up the strength, keep up the good work. Superman's watching, and I will see you all soon for another Constant Canine update. So bye bye, love from me, Al, and love from Big Obi. Go on, throw my kiss, big boy. Throw my kiss, throw my kiss. Hello. Hello.